Here's a Bison Tough flatbed on a 99 Super Duty short bed. This is got a 7x7 bed on it. Here's kind of a close-up of these flatbeds. You can see a couple things here that should be very different than some other flatbeds. So notice the hitch, heavy duty hitch, rated for more than a class 5. Heavy gauge deck. This is going to be a 12 gauge. If you want the specs, if you go to bisontough.com, got a printout here of this, but on the home page you can see the specs. Also notice the rub rail on here. It's looks like about a 3/8 thick rub rail. Notice the stake pockets. Notice the gusset on the header, where the gusset doesn't go all the way in here, the way it's inserted for the strength. You've got your gusset here, and then the way this is braced and tied into there. Structural mainsail. So this is considered a mainsail here. That's a 5-inch with 2-inch structural C-channel. This is not formed metal. Every 12 inches, and notice the gussets on every single one. Notice how it's painted underneath. So the other part of a flatbed is the installation. So you could have a good flatbed and install it in such a way that it's not going to be optimal. A lot of flatbeds don't have receivers. You notice here, tied in right here. This is 5/8 grade 8 bolts. Again, 3/8 plate here. And then we got one in the back. If you're doing a Super Duty install, the differential, with the way that the frame is, you're gonna need to, this is probably the optimal here, 2.5 inch in the front, raise it 2.5 inch in the front, and then 1.5 inch here in the back. And that will get you level and squared up with the cab. And the reason that matters is so that you have enough room here to put your fuel line. If you went down any lower, it would be difficult. Get your fuel line plumbed in. Notice the recessed fuel filler. So this truck will accept fuel without having issues. Conduit here for the wiring, all pretty clean, tight. So those are the kind of the main components. Again, a big part of a flatbed is the installation. If you notice here, it's perfect. And I'll give you guys here a tip. If you are installing it, you want at least 2 inches. If you use a cap of a can, that's 2 inches. So if you do that, get yourself lined up. Also here. And then also another place to check is the center line of the taillight. Notice the deck here does not have raised hinges. So you had a pallet and you push the pallet on here, it wouldn't catch on there. Oh, there she is. This is a flatbed install. Toolboxes are extra, install is extra. This is on a 99 Super Duty short bed, 7x7 bed. Oh, actually, let me do one other thing here. If you were looking and you saw here for the forge is a tip. This is just a removable plug for your 7-way plug. This one got destroyed. If you go to Amazon or really anywhere, part number is 924308. It's about the cheapest you're going to find it there, $17. And that lets you have a new plug here. So that's what that is right there. So put that in. That hole is for the winch for the tire, spare tire.